just anyway, Kyle,
Yes, Kai.
I need to ask you a question.
What question is that?
What do you think is a professional?
A professional, as in, what we think of professionals as?
What do I think of professionals as?
Yes.
Someone who does their job extremely well, has an organization that practices self-regulation and controls entrance to the field, and is given special powers by the state in return for a commitment to the public good.
What
He has
are
to have
they?
a code of ethics. Don't interrupt me. Thank you, jerk. This is funny. I don't like being interrupted.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's continue on.
Do
I
they
mean, do
have?
you have anything to add?
Yeah. Do they have any like? They have training, right? Extensive training for their job.
Well, of
Because you
course
wouldn't
they do. You
want.
can't be a professional in something without being an expert at it.
You don't want a noob doing it, huh? No, we don't.
No, we don't. Anyway, um, by noob, I think he means like someone who's completely new to the profession. Say, you wouldn't want the person who picks up dust in a wood shop to be making your elegant piece of furniture for you. I
Mhm.
wouldn't. I probably think they would cut
Ruin
their
it.
fingers off in the process or something like to those lines. Do you have anything else, Kyle?
Being a professional? No.
No? Okay, let's move on to our next handy dandy topic.
All right. Technical expertise and ethical obligation.
Technical expertise and ethical obligation.
Hmm. Let us think about this one.
I don't need to think. I think you should put something out.
Thanks.
So, do you have any ideas about this? Like, let's try and summarize this for our good fellow viewers of this class.
All right. So overall, our technical expertise and ethical obligations deal with if we see something wrong in a design, we need to fix it.
I think technical expertise kind of matters, like, with having a duty to make personal sacrifices and calling attention to defective design and questionable tests, dangerous products, and other stuff like that. And these sort of things make them bound by moral obligations. By no special moral obligation. Sorry, I got that messed up. Anyway, you have anything more to add, Kyle?
For this, no.
No? Alright, how about we just keep on moving along?
Alrighty then. Organization of professional engineering. So we have all these engineers like.
I need you to bring me up to date here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a little lost.
I'm sorry, Kai. All right, so like engineers. There's a lot of types of engineers, right?
Yes, there's multitude. We learned about that in the
Chapter 1.
Introduction to Engineering book, Chapter 1. There's like 50 plus more. It's endless.
And apparently, we have many organizations for each individual type of engineering.
That's a lot of organizations.
At least 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I be a part of more than one?
Probably could.
Because what if I was the greatest electrical computer software engineer?
You could be indeed part of.
Well, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
Don't interrupt the video. Please excuse my roommate. Let's keep this going.
Let's keep this going. All right, so we have. We're gonna have to do this one.
No, just keep going.
All right. So we have multiple organized associations. Help me out here.
We have multiple associations affiliated with different types of engineering.
Yep. And we're not brought together as a whole.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, there's the Writers Guild, and then there's the entire Engineers Guild. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not that combined.
We're all specialists.
All specialists: computer, software, electrical, material. Can't see my fingers, but that was before. Biochemistry engineer.
National Society of Professional Engineers.
Agricultural. Anyway, how about we move on? Can we afford to be ethical?
Well, as you know,
And we have a
Alright.
duty to be ethical, and we have an obligation to.
Yes,
It may cost a little more, but in the long run,
it's best.
you need to be ethical because a little mistake that you let slide. For instance, what about that bridge in was it Minnesota?
Probably.
Okay,
The bridge that
okay,
collapsed.
there was a
that
bridge
killed
that
many
collapsed,
people.
killed many people just because of a simple design flaw. Stuff like that, you can't just let it sit. That's that should be entirely on the engineer who designed that with its flaw. I mean, I couldn't imagine what he's feeling right now, and to point out a Christian worldview of that, well, ethical, it's like you're cheating and lying about what you've built, saying, yes, this will work and it is safe. It's essentially what you're building needs to work and it needs to be safe. And if it's not, you're lying to the people you designed it for, and it will come back at you usually. Came back at him, and it does break. That's on your shoulders. And when you're a Christian, you have to take those things into account. That it's going to be something wrong, and when you're a Christian, there's a definite line between right and wrong, and you can't break it in that situation. Though it might be cheaper to break it, and it might get done faster.
Doing the ethical thing.
Doing the ethical thing is going to be the better choice. It's going to help out in the long run. It may cost you more in the beginning, but it's not going to cost lives in the end.
All right. Now, do engineers have a code of ethics that they personally go by?
I believe so, but how about you go over them, Kyle, since I went over the last thing?
All right. How about I do that? All right.
Let's get you on camera.
Sorry about that, Kyle. The ASCE, which stands for the American Society of Civil Engineers, actually has a set of ethics that code of ethics that engineers should abide by.
Why, yes, they do.
And yes, they do need it. You can go onto ASC's website to view the entire list, which we will not
Well, how about you state some?
state some of them. Okay.
Give me an example. Give our spectacular viewers something to hear.
Let me think.
Please excuse the train going by.
Yes, there's a train going by. It makes it hard to hear us more than usual.
So just 1 second. All right, let's go.
Okay. So, one code of ethics that the ASCE believes that all engineers should go by is they should not approve or sign any document that has not been reviewed by them and checked completely by them as safe as
That sounds good. All right, let's just keep going.
all right. So yeah,
Is that all you have?
that pretty much.
All right. Is there any more topics we would like to go over?
Yes, we have more topics. Still.
It's hard to lie down.
All right, can a person ever stop being an engineer?
No.
Not until they die. Well, actually, even when they die, they're still known as that.
I mean, you can stop doing the job that you're doing. You can stop being you can stop being a computer engineer,
but
you're always going to look at problems and try to solve them the way an engineer would once you gain that knowledge through education. I mean, that's what you're building to be in your lifestyle. It's not a career field as much as it is a lifestyle and a way to start thinking about problems and give them open-ended solutions, not just one solution. You can look at many different ways, and you look at more than one way to solve a problem and try to pick the best. So what else would you like to talk about here today?
About ethics and the environment.
Okay, the environment.
Do engineers have a duty to manage our resources and protect our environment.
I believe engineers do have a duty to protect our environment because a lot of the resources that they use come from the environment.
Mm-hmm.
The resources that we need to build things, um, also
So
to sustain life on Earth, to protect what God created. We need to be able. We can't destroy everything in turn to create things that to replace what God created originally. I mean, you shouldn't destroy all the rainforest to make a bunch of factories. I mean, we need some rainforest, obviously.
Yeah.
And God created that.
Is that it?
No, ethically right for me. We're gonna get on that.
All right.
I'll let you take the stage here, Kyle.
All right. So, is ethics? Do ethics bend to the situation? No. Ethics are a set of.
There's when you're looking at the Bible or between right and wrong, there's not a mixing line or anything.
Set.
There's a set line between right and wrong. There's not, oh, this is sort of right, so I'm allowed to be a little wrong. No, just don't.
As Christians, we believe that there's a set.
There's a set of moral values that we abide by and should abide by and should be happy to abide on. When it comes to being an engineer, our duty is to keep people safe, better lives for human beings, but not endanger them in the process of doing so. Protect the environment while we're doing it, and that's one of my main key focuses is that in order to better the life of man, we can't endanger human lives. We can't endanger the environment to a point where it's completely useless. Do you have any views on that, Kyle?
Pretty much the same thing. There's a set line that cannot be